Good evening, everyone. I am Tawanti Peña, and I am the chair of the City of Iowa City Human Rights Commission. It is my distinct honor and high privilege to welcome you all to the 16th Annual Youth Human Rights Awards ceremony. I want to thank all of you for the time from your busy schedules to join us for this occasion. It is so wonderful to see and be in the company of so many local youth performing awesome and fabulous things, all in the name of human rights. We have planned an exciting program for this evening that includes remarks from the Mayor of Iowa City, James Throckmorton. Before I introduce the Mayor, I would like to talk briefly about human rights and the Iowa City Human Rights Commission. Human rights have been defined as moral principles or norms that describe certain standards of human behavior and are regularly protected as natural and legal rights in municipal and international law. They are commonly understood as inalienable fundamental rights to which a person is inherently entitled to. On August 20th, 1963, 8 days prior to the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in D.C., where over 250,000 people participated and Dr. Martin Luther King delivered his legendary "I Have a Dream" speech, the City of Iowa City, at the bequest of concerned residents, established a Human Rights Commission to address de facto housing segregation based on race that was occurring in this community. A year later, Iowa City had its first fair housing laws on the books. What started as a project to address housing inequities has today become an indispensable tool in our community to remain vigilant that the rights of all are protected. Our coverage now includes not only housing, but employment, credit, public accommodations, and education. We meet monthly to disseminate information to educate the public on unlawful discrimination and civil rights, and organize and facilitate educational public forums that address one or more of the broad range of topics included within the rubric of human rights. Commission members include Adil Adams, Jeff Falk, Jessica Furdick, Noemi Ford, Barbara Kutzko, Biju Maliabo, Kathy McGuinness, Jonathan Munoz, and myself. We will now hear from the Mayor of Iowa City, James Throckmorton, who will address our young recipients here tonight. Mayor Throckmorton earned a BA from the University of Notre Dame, an MS from the University of Louisville, and a PhD in urban and regional planning from the University of California at Los Angeles. He is currently serving his second term as Iowa City's mayor. In his time as mayor, he has worked on foreseeing a more inclusive, just, and sustainable Iowa City. His priorities include affordable housing, improving racial equity, advancing social justice, making the city more walkable, and taking effective local action to ameliorate the threat of global climate change. Please help me welcome Mayor James Throckmorton.
Thank you, Tawanti. So 1963, I was, at the start of 63, I was a freshman at Notre Dame. So I guess I'm not a freshman anymore, but many of you soon will be, I'm sure of that. So thanks for the kind introduction, and thank to all of you human rights commissioners for inviting me here to speak again at our annual Youth Human Rights Awards ceremony. So let me first congratulate all the recipients here this evening. It's an honor to recognize your outstanding work. Each of you has demonstrated your dedication to service and leadership, and your service has helped to improve this community and the world around us. And you never know when it's going to end. One little change can make a huge difference in multiple persons' lives. So bravo to you. When this event first started 16 years ago, it was a small gathering, so small that we were able to hold it in the city council chambers at City Hall. And I can tell you that place holds about 95 people, because it was full of about 95 people last night when we had our council meeting. But this place is much larger. So now the event has grown so much that we can recognize 45 outstanding young Iowa Cityans right here in the historic Englert Theater. Although not honorees can be here with us tonight, we send our sincere appreciation and regards to them too. You mentioned Martin Luther King Jr. Well, I'm going to mention Nelson Mandela now. Nelson Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader, and philanthropist who served as president of South Africa. And he once said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we make to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we live." And so now, if you ever have a chance, read his autobiography. It is really stunning and virtually impossible to imagine that a person could have lived as he did. Anyhow, tonight's event provides us with an opportunity to reflect on Mandela's remarks and to consider their implications for how we spend our limited time on this earth. Iowa City recognizes area students each year at this event because we want to acknowledge the importance of service to others and to encourage others to do the same. In addition to the various activities students are involved in, these honorees have voluntarily committed their own time to benefit the lives of others. For example, this evening we will be recognizing two brothers who organized a peanut butter and jelly drive at the elementary school in order to collect donations for the North Liberty Pantry. We will also be recognizing two young women who organized a dance marathon at their high school to raise money for the University of Iowa's Children's Hospital. As you can see from these two examples, this event provides us with an opportunity to showcase some of the great work happening right here in Iowa City. The recipients we are recognizing this evening range in ages from 6 to 18. Some of them attend private schools, others public ones. I actually got to know some of the honorees when they and I participated in a civil rights tour last June. This extraordinary tour involved visiting historical black colleges and universities, museums, and sites of events that have been profoundly important parts of American history. It was exhilarating for me to have a front row seat in witnessing some of the amazing talent and leadership these young people displayed on the tour. Their work, indeed the work of all the recipients being recognized here tonight, illustrates the morals and values we hold as a community. To the parents, guardians, extended families, friends, educators, and others who are present here tonight, I hope that when you leave here this evening, you will feel inspired, that you will feel inspired to reflect on our community, our state, our country, and our world, and to think about what we individually can do to give back, to help someone, to uplift someone, and to support someone, and therefore, and thereby, support us all. So, in closing, thanks for giving me this opportunity to speak and to extend my congratulations to these 45 outstanding recipients. Each of them manifests the kind of talent, leadership, and commitment to improving the lives of others that are needed to make Iowa City and our surroundings an even better place for all of its residents. So thanks, it's a great honor to be here with you, and I'm really looking forward to greeting the honorees when they come up on stage. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jonathan Munoz, and I will be introducing this year's honorees. Before I begin, I would like to extend another sincere thank you to Mayor James Throckmorton for his remarks this evening. As some of you may have heard, the mayor will not be seeking re-election later this year, and so unfortunately this will be his last word as mayor. And I wanted to take a moment to thank him for his leadership throughout the years as mayor and also for his annual support of the Youth Awards. Again, I hope you enjoy retirement, and I'm sure, just like the youth in this room, you'll continue to go and set the world on fire. And so how this is going to work is I'm going to call the names of the honorees, and honorees, as you heard before, you will come up and receive your award and shake the hands of the individuals on stage, and then retreat back to the center of the stage so I can describe why you're being honored. Thanks. So our first recipient of the evening is Lauryn Grove. Lauryn is a senior at City High School. She was instrumental in starting the first inclusive cheerleading team at City High and within the Iowa City Community School District. The team is called City Sparkles. City Sparkles combines students with and without disabilities. The City Sparkles team has been a great addition to the City High community by increasing opportunities and helping students develop leadership skills and encouraging bonds between students who don't normally work together. For the last 3 years, Lauryn has played a major role as captain and seeing this program through. Please join me in congratulating Lauryn for her work. And next we have Lillian Waite. Lillian is a sixth grader at Mark Twain Elementary who works tirelessly to fight for the equality of all people. She spent time earlier this year writing to politicians on the inhumane and problematic policies in regard to immigration. She also regularly speaks against unfair treatment and seeks to build understanding among her peer group in efforts to ensure that all students receive kindness and respect regardless of their identity. Great work, Lillian. And next we have Caitlin Ortiz. And Caitlin is a senior at City High. She has been a major leader of the Iowa City community. She took the lead to help the City High cheerleading program raise over $1,500 for the Team Up for St. Jude campaign this year. All funds raised help ensure that families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because all a family in those circumstances should worry about is helping their child live. Let's give a round of applause for Caitlin. And next we have Tory Davis, Alexandria Peterson, and Wolf Ellis. And all three are seventh graders at North Central Junior High who have been advocating for human rights and LGBTQ rights since last December. Between the three of them, they have written formal speeches to deliver to 7 state representatives. and senators at a televised legislative forum and wrote an article for Prairie Progressive on gay rights and discrimination. Thank you. And next we have Helen Zhang and Christina Chinotto. And these youth are representatives and leaders in the West High School 1440 Interact. 1440 Interact is a local youth service group widely recognized throughout the Iowa City area for its community and international service. Locally, they have helped houses to homes, Iowa Children's Museum, Community, and the Coralville Food Pantry. On the international level, the group supports Kiva, the micro loan organization that boosts families and economies around the world. This year, the members are initiating a new project to raise funds for Water to Thrive, an organization that works to bring clean, safe water to African communities. The plan is to cap the fundraising effort in May by walking from West High to the Iowa River and back, symbolic of the daily time and effort it takes for so many African families to walk to a water source to bring water back to home. Let's give a round of applause for 1440 Interact. And next we have Finn Benist. Now, Finn is a 7th grader at North Central Junior High. He works on hunger and food insecurity in our community. He volunteered at a food packing event in February. He also purchased $180 worth of food supplies to distribute at North Central Junior High, and he is organizing an ongoing food drive for students at the school. And he has also prepared a high box full of food, table toppers, to raise awareness about hunger and food insecurity, and to share food. So thank you so much. And next we have Madeline Snow and Reagan Bronson. And Madeline and Reagan are also 7th graders at North Central Junior High. And they help organize senior citizen rights programs. They plan to visit senior citizen centers and play games and visit with the seniors. They have met after school several times working on their plan. So thank you so much for all your work. And next we have Phil Tyne. Phil is a junior at City High, has been working nonstop for the past couple of years on LGBTQ plus awareness, inclusiveness, and rights. Phil is a president of GLOW. GLOW organized the addition of a gender-neutral bathroom at City High last year. Phil also is the only student member of the Iowa City Community District LGBTQ Steering Committee. The committee is constantly looking at school policy and making sure the rights and needs of LGBTQ youth are being met. Phil has been a wonderful addition to the steering committee by volunteering time to provide insight and guidance for the needs of the LGBTQ community within the school district. Thank you so much. And next we have Drew Hartwig, Bree Balky, and that's it for right now. And so Drew and Bree went to Port Ministries in Chicago last year. Port Ministries serves the south side of Chicago to provide those residents opportunities to better themselves. Their duties included tutoring neighborhood children, manning the bread truck, and serving food to the food insecure population, and working at the summer camp. Let's give them a warm round of applause. And next we have Madeline Hamilton. Madeline is a senior at Regina, has been very involved in many human rights activities this year. Madeline was one of the main organizers of Regina's Dance Marathon, which raises money for the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. She was also instrumental in organizing the annual Christmas Basket Project and traveled to Guatemala to help build basic housing there. Thank you. So next is Nick Milder. Nick is a senior at Regina High School. Nick was an instrumental member of the crew chiefs for the annual Christmas Basket Project. They organized the transportation, pickup and delivery of furniture, and kept all participants on task and completing their projects. So thank you a lot, Nick. And next we have Daniel Romberg. Now, Daniel is a senior at Regina High School. Daniel was project leader for the annual Christmas Basket Project that provides a Christmas to 16 area families in need. Daniel made sure that other students carried through with their jobs. He also organized the gifts, assisted in wrapping and distributing the gifts. Thank you, Daniel. And next, we have Briggs and Brock Canton. Now, Briggs and Brock are brothers at Penn Elementary. They are in second grade and kindergarten, respectively. Together, they designed and drew up flyers advertising the need for cereal at the North Liberty Community Food Pantry. The goal was to collect 22 boxes of cereal. In the end, they doubled their goals. More recently, to honor the national holiday recognizing Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, they organized a peanut butter and jelly drive at Penn Elementary. They again designed and drew posters to hang up around school. With the help of friends and classmates, they were able to donate nearly 500 jars of peanut butter and jelly, weighing in at an amazing 905 pounds. It's amazing the change young people can make in their communities and in the world. Thank you. And our next group of folks, apologize if I pronounce somebody's name who's not here, but Olivia Baird, Gabe Baird, Miriam Keita, Jaden Spencer, Grace Murphy, Rose Nkumu, Jalen Randall, Luma Makawi, Angel Sela, Everline Buayo, Jordan Mack, Cecile Bendera, Tavana Winfield, Soha El Fadil, Ciara Porter, India Hodges, Ashley Norris, Dominique Hendry, Casey Dawson, and Quarry Edwards. All of these fine individuals participated in a 9-day civil rights tour conducted last June as a part of a collaboration between Fast Track, Team Can, and the Teamsters Local 728. This enlightening and inspirational tour involved visiting historically black colleges and universities, museums, and sites of events, which included visits to the Slave Haven Underground Museum in Memphis, the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, the 16th Street Baptist Church, and the Rosa Parks Museum. The Civil Rights Tour vividly revealed that black history is important in its own right, but not only in its own right, but for those participants, the tour reinforced that black history is American history, is our history. Let's give a round of applause for these recipients. And next, I have the privilege of recognizing the Youth Ally Award for 2019. The recipient this year is Tresor Shivani. So a youth ally is an adult who, through their work and trust in area youth, has empowered youth in our community. He is one of only 4 to be recognized for this prestigious award. He was nominated by the Refugee and Immigration Association. Tresor has impacted our community in different ways. He is one of the driving forces behind the creation of a youth musical group called Refugee and Immigrant Voice Group that helps youth get together and express their ideas through music. This group has been helping youth avoid spending time in front of the television and allows them to learn from each other's culture through song and through dance. He has been leading this group in an exemplary way. He discerns quickly their needs and moves efficiently to provide key information, recommendations, or direction. Recently, he came up with the idea of honoring the 2019 Refugee and Immigrant High School graduates. His idea was discussed with different community leaders and was fully accepted by the community. It has been decided that the 2019 World Refugee Day celebration will be about honoring refugee and immigrant children graduating from high school in Johnson and Lynn counties. The event will take place at Liberty High School. He has been involved in bringing different ideas to make the event successful and making the Refugee and Immigrant Voice Group ready for a special performance of that event. Tresor is also involved in the group that is working on the Academic Improvement Program to help refugee and immigrant youth who are struggling at school. Through many things, he has made a difference in our community and has positively impacted it. His skills, knowledge, willingness to help others, and dedication to youth and the community make him the obvious selection as a youth ally. Please help me congratulate Tresor.
Good evening. My name is Barbara Kutzko, and I'm a member of the Iowa City Human Rights Commission. Before we close this ceremony, let's give another round of applause for all the great acts our youth are performing, and for our youth ally, Tresor Shivani. I thank the Mayor of Iowa City, James Throckmorton, for his remarks here this evening. I'd also like to take the time to thank the nominators, teachers, mentors, parents, and guardians of these youth for sponsorship, guidance, and continued support. In closing, I would like to thank our Equity Director, Stephanie Bowers, who has worked tirelessly to make this event possible. At this point, I'd like to remind all recipients to come forward onto the stage again so that we may take a group picture. Thank you again.